So when I meet people in person, especially when people just walk up and say hi and tell me that they appreciate what I've been doing, what we're currently publishing, continue to publish, those kind of unsolicited gestures of appreciation really are the most impactful to me. Of course, when we have a promotion or we launch a new course and it does well, that's great. But it's not as effective to me or meaningful to me at a fundamental level as just the people who come up and say hi and say thank you. Say thank you for what you're doing. Vladimir is definitely the person to me that stands out the most as far as conversations that we had in Cincinnati. What makes his story so great is a fundamental reason why I love tennis so much, and that is it mirrors life very closely. And for Vladimir, it's been like literally a life-changing endeavor to try to improve at tennis as much as possible. To be able to see that appreciation in his face and hear him tell his story is a really special thing and a very privileged thing to be a part of that, even though we've always been separated by the hundreds or thousands of miles. To be able to have to help somebody make that kind of change in their life, to facilitate any of that at all is definitely a privileged thing. So I'll definitely always remember that conversation that I had with him. Another type of experience that I'm really grateful for are relationships that continue to grow and build over the years. People that I see in all different parts of the country or even all different parts of the world now. And one of those people that I got to spend some time with in Cincinnati was Bryan from Atlanta. Got to hear about his experiences on the court, and his wife, Paula, as well. I've met them in many different venues, many different parts of the country. And so it's really cool to continue to follow up with those relationships, see how they're doing on and off the courts. Those kinds of interactions really make what we do a little bit more real. I spend a lot of time just standing here looking at a screen, and yeah, I see all the comments on YouTube and on the websites, and I see all the emails and all that. But hearing that feedback and seeing people's faces and seeing the appreciation goes a long way for me in staying really, really motivated and continuing to push myself to do better and better every day.
To meet a student in person is probably one of the more rewarding parts of being a pro here at Essential Tennis, because oftentimes, when you teach in person, you kind of are able to see that moment of connection between you and the student, or the concept that you're trying to teach to them. And that's very rewarding, because you get that sense of, okay, now we can continue this or move forward. For me, that's really special. I really enjoy meeting people, hearing their stories, and knowing that without knowing, I've had an impact on their life, and that's really special for me.
Getting recognized in Cincinnati it's really cool, because it just feels like you're hanging out with your friends. It's just when somebody comes up to you and says hi, like, I'm a hugger, so I always give them a big hug, and I'm just so happy when people come up to us and tell us their stories of where they play tennis and if Essential Tennis has helped them. And to me, Essential Tennis is our tennis community. It's a tennis family. Everybody here who we interact with, whether it's in the comments online or in our academy, in the forum, on Periscope, and in person, whatever interactions we have, that's what Essential Tennis is to me. It's people, and it's people coming together for this passion that we all have of tennis and bettering ourselves on and off court through tennis.
You don't know me, I know you very well. I've seen hours of video and listened to your voice. What's your name? My name is Vladimir. Vladimir? Yes. Good to meet you. Hey, cheers.
He lives only about an hour and a half away. Just started playing tennis last fall.
Yeah?
Yeah, brand new to the game.
Love your instruction. Awesome.